poverty it's no joke. If there was no money and everything depended on your moral standards and the way that you treated people, we'd be millionaires, we'd be rich. But since it's not like that, then we're stone broke. I can't always have what I want or even things that I think I need. Poverty. If I hated anything, it'd be that.
Hell no, I was living in the ghetto. We didn't have any lights and electricity. We was about to get evicted.
I thought, we're not being taught to deal with the world as it is. Growing up in America, I loved my childhood, but I hated growing up poor.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We are living in a war zone. We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. You know, by the time you get out your house, you strapped to protect yourself. The same crime element that white people are scared of, black people are scared of. While they waiting for the legislation to pass and everything, we next door to the killer. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building. Just because we black, we get along with the killers or something? What is that? We need protection too. I was finally starting to see it. The one thing we do have in common as black people is we share that poverty.
I made it to where I had knowledge that this wasn't just me, it was a bigger picture. It was my people that's really just getting dogged out. It wasn't just my family, it was all of us. Moving to Baltimore and Oakland and Marin and New York, and the poverty like helped me to like relate to everybody's struggle.
Kept my history a mystery, but now I see the American dream wasn't meant for me. Cause lady liberty, the hypocrisy lies for me. Promise the freedom, education, equality.
I think there should be a class on drugs. It should be a class on sex education, a real sex education class. There should be a class on police brutality. There should be a class on apartheid. There should be a class on why people are hungry, but they're not. Their class is on gym. You know, physical education. Let's learn volleyball.
Fathers of this country never cared for me. They kept my ancestors shackled up in slavery. And Uncle Sam never did a damn thing for me. Except lie about the facts in my history. Now I'm sitting here, man, cause I'm unemployed. But the government's glad, cause they enjoy when my people are down so they can screw us around. Time to change the government now. No more.
Being the person I am, I said, no, I'm changing this.
I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's like, you got the Vietnam War, right? And just because the reporters show us pictures at home of the Vietnam War, that's what made the Vietnam War end when it did end, or the shit probably would have lasted longer. But because we saw the horror, that's what made us stop the Vietnam War. So I thought, that's what I'm gonna do as an artist, as a rapper. I'm gonna show the most graphic details of what I see in my community, and hopefully they'll stop it quick. My ear is to the streets. That represents 20 years on this planet Earth. And what I've seen, this is my report. It's like my battle cry to America.
They got me trapped.
They can't keep the black man down.
They got me trapped.
Nah, they can't keep the black man down.
And in my album, the #1 enemy is the police, the crooked police officer.
They got me trapped, can barely walk the city streets without a cop harassing me, searching me, then asking my identity.
And the ironic thing is that it never happened to me. I was speaking from the stories of my peers.
Cuffed up, throw me on the concrete, coppers tried to kill me.
I mean, I said all of these things, and then it happened to me. I had no record all my life, no police record, until I made a record. As my video was debuting on MTV, I was behind bars getting beat up by the police department. They were charging me with jaywalking, so I was riffing, arguing about why would they charge me with such a petty crime. That's harassment to me, that I have to be stopped in the middle of the street and checked, like we're in South Africa, and asked for my ID. Officer Boyvik repeatedly slammed my face into the floor while Rod just put the cuffs on me. That's not called for jaywalking.
One day I'm gonna bust, blow up on this society. Why did you lie to me? I couldn't find a trace of equality.
I mean, I've had chief of police, vice president, the leader of the Black National Women's Council. Everybody against me. Why? Why me? I have not brought violence to you. I have not brought thug life to America. I didn't create thug life. I diagnosed it. When I'm saying thug, I mean not criminal, someone to beat you over the head. I mean the underdog. If the person that had nothing succeeds, he's a thug, because he overcame all obstacles. It doesn't have anything to do with the dictionary's version of thug. To me, thug is my pride. Not being someone that goes against the law, not being someone that takes, but being someone that has nothing. And that even though I have nothing and there's no home for me to go to, my head is up high. My chest is out, I walk tall, I talk loud, I'm being strong.
I am against racial and ethnic entitlements. I think they are un-American.
I don't understand why America doesn't understand thug life. America is thug life. What makes me saying I don't give a fuck different than Patrick Henry saying, give me liberty or give me death? What makes my freedom less worth fighting for than Bosnians or whoever they want to fight for this year? They should give money to the ghetto. I mean, I think even gangs can be positive. It just has to be organized and it has to steer away from being self-destructive to being self-productive. I organized the OGs in the East Coast and the West Coast and the penitentiaries to come up with codes of ethics for criminals. It's called the Code of Thug Life. It's a code putting order to the violence on the streets. In Watts, Compton, Chicago, wherever. We got all these people all over the country saying, yes, we go by this code. We're gonna be against attacks on people that are not involved with the street gang, with the drug trade, or the illegal business at all. You know, all that kidnapping and shooting drive-bys out the car, we're against that. We're just gonna start slowly but surely taking our communities back. Regulate our community. Organize. We need to start taking care of our own. Yes, my raps are filled with rage.
One of these days, we gotta bust back for the homies.
You have to be logical. You know, if I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over I mean, just like throwing food around. But they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is gonna change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me all the food, I'm breaking out the door. And after a year, then you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, you know, with civil rights movement. We was asking, you know, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're gonna do? Ask?
I put my gun away and grab my AK. It's getting hectic. I can't call it. House full of alcoholics. Smelling niggas under pressure.
To me, it's like, when I say I live the thug life, baby, I'm hopeless. One person might hear that and just like the way it sounds, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing it for the kid that really lives a thug life and feels like it's hopeless. So when I say hopeless, and when I say when I say it like that, it's like I reach him. You understand? And even if when I reach him, it makes it look glorious to the guy that doesn't live that life, I mean, I can't help it, it's a fad, you know. He'll drop the thug life soon enough. But for the person that I was trying to reach, he'll pick it up and I'll be able to talk to him again. I mean, it was cool because I got a chance to speak to young black males all over the country about this new idea called thug life, which is a new kind of black power. Young black males out there identify with thug life, but I couldn't handle it. I could handle it, but not right away. Imagine you have 14,000 people ready to do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? When you have all over the country people waiting to hear what you want to do. All of a sudden, I got people in the penitentiary, big-time OG criminals, calling me, telling me they want me to lead their movement. I mean, I'm gonna have a problem. So they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. I'm gonna have a small identity crisis here. I felt like now I got every man in America who wants to take an order from me, wants to know what I want to do. Wants to know what's my plan for young black males. And that makes me scared.
Now my homies in the black streets can feel me when they rolling in their black jeans. This ain't just a rap song, a black song, telling all my brothers get they strap on and look for me in the struggle, hustling to other brothers' bubble. Holla if you hear me.
I'm 22. I was having concerts, they were sold out. White boys, Mexicans, blacks, and they would do whatever I said. I could tell all those people in the audience to turn around in a circle, and they would do it. I was having love, I mean, like undeniable love. And I was scared.
Holla if you hear me.
I was scared. But so is America. So is somebody else. Whoa. I don't want to be forgotten. I'll always be a troublemaker to some people. But I still get love from my community.
I got love for my brothers, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of two distant strangers.
I owe them everything. That's what I owe everything, to the hood. I got love there. I got love from thugs and the street dudes. And that kind of focuses me back on what I should be doing. Lay out the real map on the world and how it is. The message is, young black males could do anything if you just give us a shot. Stop trying to beat us down. And to my homeboys, we need to be in control of ourselves.